Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Quakecon 2019, where we have quite literally been speedrunning Doom in its entire playable history all damn day. And we had Ultimate Doom and Doom 2 ran by KingDime. We had ZELLOOO running Doom 64, BloodThunder with 3, and then we did just see ByteMe absolutely smash 2016, 100% on Nightmare difficulty. But we have one more run left to go today. There is the full matter of the next Doom game, Doom Eternal. We have got a playable build here today at QuakeCon, whether you're in London, whether you're in Dallas. It has been hands-on for the general public, and we have our 4 speedrunners sat down and ready to play. I'm joined by Tokyo Punch-Out on the couch, and I think it's a good opportunity while we get the players up and ready to let the people know at home what to expect and how the format's going to work.
Sure. So we call this the 0-4% run because John Hill 04, fairly famous Quake player here in particular, set a crazy set of rules where it's 100% kills. You kill everything you see. There's a couple of secrets that are they're basically mandatory. You have to do them. And it's basically just the rule of no gauze jumping, no rocket jumping. It's straight, speed, and then conservation. Like I'm very curious to see about glory kills, since that costs you some time. But then also, again, in Doom Eternal and this Mars Core demo, we've got that holy trinity, right? We've got the flame belch. That's how you get your armor back. It just pours out as they're still alive. We, of course, have glory kills for health, which is, well, it's vital, isn't it? And then, of course, chainsaw is how you get your ammo back. That's your replenish for that. So it'll be really interesting to see how that holy trinity of basically the new eternal just system in general works out and works to their favors with them going as fast as humanly possible, which, as we've seen, is something they're all incredibly skilled at.
And there is the small matter of the 0-4%, which is his one rule, which is if you see it, kill it. There's no exceptions. You're not allowed to leave something alive. If you see it, you're not allowed to run past it.
No.
You've got to smack it up. You've got to do something about it. But I mean, this build in particular does cover a lot of the new features that Eternal has. The big thing, actually, when you're factoring in treating Doom Eternal as a speed game is the mobility options. You know, the dash. It's made such a big difference to how anyone can play. And even though our 4 runners today, they'd had a couple of practice games yesterday to make sure they were familiar with the build and they could actually kind of get the route in their heads and the rules that they do have to follow. Universally, everyone just loves the dash, because you combine the dash with every other movement trick that's available to the players at this point in time, and it does mean that you have a really high-octane experience, and then you chuck these movement tricks on top, and it just becomes out of this world and really fun to watch.
Absolutely. There's a whole new level of both verticality and depth that is hard to initially imagine of how far you can actually go when you have monkey bars. You have double jump still, of course, but then you have double dash with the option of, every now and then, an actual power-up floating somewhere in the ether there that is actually an additional no cooldown. You don't have to hit the ground for another dash. So the verticality in Eternal, there's nothing like it, and it's made the combat loop so satisfying that honestly, playing 2016, every now and then you're just like, I need to escape, but there's no dash. Like, I'll just go ahead and eat that fireball. I'll eat that Baron's thing, because there's just a new level of mobility that is incredible.
And then even then, you just factor in what the weapons are brought to the table as well. The big selling point, the super shotgun, having its chain, the hook. It makes a huge difference to the fights, and even down to the demon editions, the Pain Elemental coming back, being significantly tankier than it once was, almost serving as a sponge to be caught with the hook, just to give you that added mobility every time there's a fight. Tactically, sometimes maybe you'd leave the Pain Elemental alive, just so that you have that extra mobility that you wouldn't get if it's not floating around in the sky.
Yeah, there's a new, also, I feel like you always thought in Doom 2016 that demons were aggro, you couldn't really stand still. But the level of AI that they have made is so aggro that basically it constantly forces you to make decisions to have an optimal, the resource management, again, is incredible in Eternal. It's such a different setup, but it's so satisfying once you master it. And these 4 gentlemen, having only maybe 2 or 3 runs backstage, we almost had to stop them and just be like, all right, your time's getting crazy. Let's slow down.
We still have a show to get through, man. Come
save
on,
some of it for tomorrow.
This can't be a 5-minute piece of content. But I mean, actually, we haven't even touched on the fact yet that, so these guys, they've been having a good time, and they've been doing their runs. Whoever wins the race today is going to get a significantly chunky graphics card. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Absolutely. Our friends at NVIDIA bestowed upon us a 2080 Ti. which is the top-of-the-line graphics card. It's got ray tracing RTX, and I have a feeling, a sinking suspicion, that maybe running Doom Eternal on that card would be glass. Just absolute perfection. So the winner of this very special Mars Core Demo speed race, this 4-way, will actually go home with probably the best option when Eternal comes out to just launch right in max frames, which, as we know, with these guys in particular, frames are pretty important. They're keeping that in mind a lot.
And also, I mean, the fact that these guys are all streamers.
Yeah.
So the better card you have, the better. It just kind of makes your whole life a lot easier. I have just been informed by production that we're ready to go. We're ready to get set up. Now, these guys, they've got their headphones on, so we're going to have to get up and make sure that the guys know that we're ready to start.
All right.
So there is one small detail, though. I know there are some of you watching in the crowd. We're going to count these guys down for 10 seconds. We're going to need your help. We want you to count down with us so that when they've got the headsets on, they can hear you guys making noise as well. So, Josh, are you ready?
I am. Ketchup, are you ready?
Yes, I am. Crowd, are you ready for some Doom Eternal speedrun? All right, on 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! All right, now we're loading in. I mean, this is the cutscene we've all seen before, Tokyo.
You're seeing some cacodemons in the background there. There's a couple of them that might be worrisome later on, so you're just sort of making your count, sort of doing your inventory, sort of figuring out who's going to stand in your way of this 2080 Ti. I mean, day in the office, this is a different situation, right? Slayer comes up, I mean, you're probably going to get the hell out of his way.
Or if you're this guy.
You just happen to have that keycard around your chest.
Wrong place, wrong time, buddy.
Unlucky.
Boy.
But you know what? Compared to 16, that guy's alive. And he stays alive.
Access granted.
Because we're in Eternal.
Hey, who are you? You can't be
What this cutscene does actually bring, though, is it actually starts us off with the plasma rifle, which is one of the best weapons at tearing through I guess, the low-ranked demons that we have at the very beginning of the build.
It's a very easy lock stun, especially with the alt fire that I like to call the Ghostbuster gun. Trademark pending. Apologies to Columbia or whoever owns that property, but let me just tell you, getting back to that Doom 2 vibe of that plasma, there is probably nothing more satisfying in Eternal initially than the first time you hear it rip.
Warning, the Slayer has entered.
You wouldn't have it on this.
Or like having a load of starters and seeing if Dime's good to go. I have seen a thumbs up, so I think we actually might be all right with the 4 of us.
All good.
Okay, excellent. Now, almost immediately, these guys are going to be using the dash pretty much to its fullest effect. The moment your feet are back on the ground, it does kind of somewhat reset your ability to do the dashes once again. So that is going to be micromanaged for our 4 runners today.
As you can see, I haven't seen a glory kill yet. There's a bunch of gorgeous animations they are skipping specifically for time.
I mean, ByteMe's done one.
We got one over here from
He's done
KingDime
one
as
already.
well.
I mean, this guy just finished his 2016 run, so there's no wonder. He's already stuck in that mode.
He's automatic for him.
Now that single shot, really dangerous at picking off those demons from range. It kind of deletes them pretty quickly. But the Arachnotron, a lot tankier than you would expect. There are new features in Eternal where you can shoot key locations to disable certain demons. The Arachnotron, you can shoot its back cannon and actually weaken it significantly.
And then he'll actually change his entire attack pattern. We've got KingDime going down, but he's right back in it. Didn't miss a lot of time, honestly.
Yeah, I think the extra lives are going to serve a pretty huge purpose here. We kind of tactically take a death if it just means you can power through it fast enough. ByteMe was on 10 HP a few seconds ago, but he's already built his stack already back up. ZELLLOO doing fantastically well as well, but yeah,
ZELLLOO is actually, as you can see, he's very tactical about the way that he's getting gas and when he's getting gas and planning around having that ammo. He's just used his extra life, so if he gets in trouble again, he's actually going to be in real trouble because it's going to be a full restart from the last checkpoint for him.
I'm still going to have to get used to just how quickly the plasma rifle shreds through things. Unfortunately, ByteMe missing his flame belcher. It's a bit of a waste there. No armor to be had either. And all right, so ByteMe's portal's been open. He's already gone on to the next phase. And now the platforming begins. Let's get those dashes on deck.
ZELLLOO's looking for the last demon that he spawned in. He's looking for him. He's trying to search him down because he's going to need to kill him in order to get that actual teleporter to spawn.
Yeah, BloodThunder's moved on as well.
Making quick work over here. We're doing a catch-up on KingDime as he just took down the Arachnotron, and now he's going for the Mankey. That classic Doom 2 Mankey. There's nothing fleshier on Earth or in Hell.
Okay, so ByteMe just triggered the very first checkpoint. He's got a super shotgun. And now he's collected on the right-hand side as well.
We got a cutscene about to load. We're in the next area here too for ZELLLOOO. He's making his double jumps and his dashes very carefully.
Yeah, so I've got into one of our first arena situations where this is, from the practice games and from what we've been seeing on the show floor, this is one of the first places that really gives players a lot of trouble.
It's everyone again in Eternal, just so much more than 2016. They're so aggressive. They give you very, very, very little room to breathe, and because of that, you'll notice BloodThunder is using his mobility and basically trying to never stay in the same place for more than about a second. And look who just shows up. Who would that bit might be, Ketchup? I see some spawning of some walls there.
Yeah, ByteMe's just had to use some of his life as well, but I believe... Oh, the Hell Knight's causing problems as well. The Hell Knight in this game, actually, it just seems to be a lot more tanky compared to what people are used to. And I know ByteMe being the main 2016 runner of this room, he was the first to mention, man, these guys take so much more damage now, he's not used to it.
And you can see BloodThunder's got to take care of that carcass in order to get those walls out of the way, and they're just blocking shots, so it looks like he's going to make short work of them now.
Yeah, that Kako looks equally as free to the rocket launcher. It's always been one of the best weapons to take it out with. But
KingDime just sees his first carcass and is making short work of it with the meat hook.
you can really see how long this will be. I mean, for me, is the difference between when these guys have highly optimized and spent years dealing with how to take these fights, and then you compare it to now where they're trying to learn on the fly. Unfortunately, BT has just died without any extra lives, so he's going to lose some pretty precious time. ByteMe seems to be doing some of the best of our 4 players so far. I guess he's the most warmed up, though. This guy just came from 2016 for 3 hours.
It's not a bad warm-up, if he's being honest. And all of a sudden, he's got added mobility, so that's got to give him an edge right now.
Yeah, he does miss the fall, though. Falling down in this game doesn't really kill you. It doesn't just cause you to waste time, reset you back to a set location. So it could be the end of the world. The tentacles. ByteMe has reached the tentacle stage, and we know the 0-4% rules. If you see it, kill it.
Correct.
If a tentacle doesn't come out of the ground, you can leave it be, but if it does, you got to sit there and deal with it, even if you miss.
That's right. No tentacles will be spared in this speed run. There's a 2080 Ti at play, and you know what? KingDime's actually doing really, really well to catch up here. He's using the full arsenal that he's got in his play. There's glory kills. He's actually got his blood punch fully loaded right now.
There's that all-important glory kill in the Hell Knight there from BT, and unfortunately the death. The death means he's kind of had to straight up restart this arena, and he is significantly behind, especially when you've got that carcass just constantly piling on the shields. Makes life a lot more miserable.
It's true. ZELLLOOO just picked up the vacuum. What that's going to do is make it a hell of a lot easier for him to basically just sweep by, get ammo, get armor, get health. So he's in a way better position now, and that is again part of the 0-4 run.
ByteMe has already reached the cannon, though. That's what I'm keeping my eye on. He's doing it exceptionally well. Currently might pick to potentially win this one. BT's just about to clear up that arena. Only a few real stragglers left behind, and yeah, finally the floor's been opened up. He can try and get back in this one. A pretty costly death, unfortunately. It kind of had to reset the entire arena for him. Yeah, there's a little bit of downtime on my end, Josh. Don't know about you.
Well, here's what's happened here. So KingDime is catching up right now. He just activated the elevator. On the other side here, we've got him. ZELLLOOO is just about to get launched into what looks like just taking a Samus ball and just kicking it aside to actually do what Doomslayer has to do, which is kick a whole hell of a lot more ass. So that's going to have to get out of his way.
Now we're on the next stage of the game, actually, with ByteMe, which, once more, it's a bit more reminiscent of that sort of platforming you have to do, but there's a lot of aerial demons, like the Kako, that can kind of just constantly cause hassle while you're trying to navigate.
But then, of course, somehow barrels showed up in Eternal, and somehow they're floating, and my god, do they do a ton of damage. It'd be interesting to see how ByteMe uses those in the air, if he even has to, because he's already cleared out most of the Kako demons.
So yeah, try and deal with this Hell Knight is ByteMe. Causing a little bit of time, but a couple of shots. Yeah, he's finally been able to deliver the final hit he was looking for. Now we have to spawn that Arachnotron. And we have to make sure that on this part of the run, if you're paying attention to ByteMe, he has to make sure that he's the next sort of platform he can land on, of which unfortunately misses the dash. It's one of the new mechanics that's kind of messing the players up a little bit. Because I mean, look, it's a new mechanic, right?
Right.
You need to learn how it works.
And then there was that wall dash, but it looked like he might have hit it. I mean, the wall climb rather, and he looked like he hit it a little bit too early. But he's making good time to come back now.
Using the dash to go into the wall climb automatically, it kind of sounds pretty easy, but in this kind of setting, actually,
It sure as hell isn't.
it's very easy to kind of press your shift key too early and miss it.
Especially when you're sitting at home playing by yourself, you know. Snack at hand, but this is a 4-way race through Doom Eternal Mars Core demo.
ByteMe very, very intelligently going in for the flame belcher where he knows all those smaller demons are going to spawn. That's just free armor, basically. He's now ready to fight for the next set of demons.
Looks like he grabbed that extra life. That's a good call. He's got 2 now, so he can put himself in way more risk and danger because he's going to have those 2, basically what would be a saving throw in 2016. But now you've actually got the full-on extra life in Doom Eternal.
He has a couple of those large demons trying to take him out. Then you can see, even though he was able to stack up fully, didn't save him. But thankfully, he got that extra life. You know, taking the extra life before he used the climb means he's now in a wonderful position.
ZELLLOO showing us exactly how the Flame Belch works. They are just spewing out armor shards, and he's making good time to take out the Arachnotron's top laser, and using the combat shotgun. Oh, he's just used an extra life, so now this is actually his last. But he's got a blood punch ready. Be curious to see if it comes out. He's gonna go full in.
Now I'm a little bit nervous. I think he might be able to collect a extra life on the way, but we are just about to encounter one of the larger fights. And we're going to see one of the Pain Elementals for one of the first times we actually get to see it in this build.
ZELLLOO pulls an extra life out of the double jump with the wall climb, and you know what? He's actually in really good shape now. He set himself up for being able to be in a lot more risky situations. He's stacking back up, he's getting help, but look who just showed up. We've got a super powered up, super aggro Hell Knight, and that guy is not effing around. Blood punch comes out, he's gonna do the glory kill. You're damn right he is. There comes the Doom Blade.
I'd actually like to point out, by the way, that BloodThunder has done an amazing job of actually coming back. I don't know how he's been able to move around so fast, but he's actually ever so slightly just behind ByteMe. That was a really good recovery from him, to be honest. That was such a costly place for him to die earlier on. And not easy, but I think his movement's just been super fantastic, honestly. The fact that he's still alive as well, but I'm just keeping my eye on ByteMe, man. He's doing so well for himself. He's already transitioning into once more the final section of this build.
It looks like ZELLLOO and KingDime right now are about neck and neck. They're very, very close. Tentacles are coming out. Remember, if you see it, you kill it, so it's something that they're both going to have to deal with, and triggering that and making sure they take care of it as fast as humanly possible. That spin up on the chainsaw is coming out in spades, though. Using a lot of ammo, but doing a lot of damage in a span that honestly can't be done with anything else.
I'd actually really like to point out that BT and ByteMe, they've actually both slightly in between each other. Like, the comeback actually from BloodThunder has been immaculate. I don't know how he's been able to come back so fast. These multiple shots have been real something to keep track of, but he's making an amazing comeback right now. I think he's currently in 2nd place, and he's only just behind, too.
That aggro Baron is out. He's new. He's bad. He's got some what looks like lava charged, you know, blades or knives on him, and he just got taken care of pretty handedly there by ByteMe. Again, coming right off that 2016 run and fresh.
Now BloodThunder going in with the ult fire on that Baron of Hell. Ult fire keeping a demon stuck in place. And actually very, very tactically using the flames on it to get that little bit of armor after taking them out too, just to optimize armor and damage. But this is going to be a matter of whoever takes this arena first. We really want to pay attention if we can to BT and ByteMe. They're neck and neck in this arena, and whoever beats this the fastest, that might even be a full comeback here.
But ByteMe just got his blood punch fully loaded. The Pain Elemental's out. He's trying to deal with him, but you know what? He's giving him punches before he's ready for those, and giving him some problems.
Oh, hang on a minute. He really can't afford to die now, to be honest. Not when he's got BT trailing him.
And again, that's great for armor, but not so good for health. That Hell Knight is a danger right now to him.
Yeah, and he sees blood. Oh my god, 1 HP left. ByteMe, you just need to survive, mate. 21-51 now, a full comeback.
Okay.
That was crazy clutch, man. 1
insane.
HP.
taking a lot of damage from that Hell Knight, though. There we go. He took care of the Ballista, and he's back to Rocket Launcher, looking for maybe a little bit of remote detonate, create some space, but he's low on ammo.
I also need to point out the unfortunateness that BloodThunder, once again, unfortunately, he died during the fight. So the fact that ByteMe was able to survive with 1 HP, that might actually be the thing that turned the tide here. What a crazy turnaround, but that might have actually sealed it. Unless ByteMe dies right now. He's popped his extra life. But is that going to be enough when he's constantly surrounded here?
And BloodThunder very smartly uses those monkey bars, uses that double jump and double dash to get that extra life. So again, he can afford to use this alt fire on his plasma, deal with these guys in closer proximity than he'd normally be comfortable with, and get some ammo here with that chainsaw. Very nice.
Now, BloodThunder's going to be in a position where he kind of just needs to pray that ByteMe dies, but he's about to reach the final stage of the game. He's wasting some time though. He's looking for a demon. There is a demon currently in hiding. He needs to finish the job if he's going to open this
okay,
area.
Still got the extra life. BloodThunder just actually pulled himself closer to a kill that wasn't ready for. Oh, now he's ready for the glory kill. As you can see, took care of that super aggro Hell Knight. Now he's making short work.
ByteMe's having a hard time finding the final demon remaining. Oh, there it is. He's finally clocked it. I do worry though that the time that was wasted not finding that final demon might have been it. I think the final gates are going to open. So ByteMe on the verge of taking this one, I believe.
Both ZELLOOO and KingDime in the last fight, in the last arena, with 3 extra lives on KingDime's, and actually ZELLOOO is holding on to his precious life he has, one and only right now.
I'm kind of thinking that's going to be game over, to be honest. He's pretty weak, but ByteMe, he's heading towards the final moment. Unfortunately, BloodThunder dies, which means there's no chance of a comeback here. And on top of having a fantastic Doom 2016 run, ByteMe's going to win the first Doom Eternal race as well. What a result! Well done, but we still have this build to get through. We still have the other runners too.
That's right.
Who's going to get second place?
ZELLLOO has been making amazing time, made short work of that arena with very little life, no extra lives here, and he is just going through these imps. But oh no, he got stuck in the lava. Oh,
quite possibly the pure definition of the floor is lava right there. Oh no. Dime made it through as well by the looks of
sure
things.
As hell did. He was just monkey barring his way through, using the combat, using everything he could in his thing, and also made an amazing comeback from that early death.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think just how neck and neck this could have been. But unfortunately, BT getting clipped for another time. But I understand, right? I mean, at the moment, there's like a timer, and you're trying to make sure you just try and get that last little inch of time off someone else, and you know they're doing well.
Exactly.
You just want to rush it, and I guess demons in this game do a lot of damage, right?
That's right. And the lava is literally against ZELLOOO right now. I don't know what he did to lava in a previous life, but it's catching up to him. But you know what? We've got the end in sight. The teleporter is there. Just a few demons in his path.
I think you can see, even though extra lives are really important, the more you kind of die, the more you kind of have to reset, I guess, a neutral state. These giant arenas are really intimidating, especially when on this build you've got the Baron right in front of you. His damage is insane. I really like the strategy though to use the ult fire on the plasma rifles just to take out the Baron as fast as possible. Unfortunately, stuck in place for a while. Took a lot of stacks trying to get the job done.
It's true. It's a very interesting new way where basically instead of just weapon wheel giving you a little bit of time to breathe, you're doing damage while you're doing it. And there we have it. ZELLOOO is through. BloodThunder in the final arena.
Now this final arena has been a bit of a thorn in his side. He's been here for a significant amount of time, but it's just the final little period. It's just, I think, managing which demons are here, right?
That's right.
If you're inexperienced with the build and then a Pain of Mental appears out of nowhere, it's like, well, I wasn't ready for this.
I'm sorry, are this Lost Soldier friend? Are they creating a shield? I did not sign up for that, but the extra life has been activated. He's now, there's no more extra lives in this arena, so he's down to the precious health and armor that he has. Looks like he's collecting some more here. Then Flame Belch might come out if he's thinking he needs to top off a little bit.
A couple more should do it. The Pain element are way more tankier than you might expect. And now it's just a couple more demons to get the job done, I imagine. Nice amount of stack left as well. This should be the final push where he can at least get things finished.
True. He sees that gas can out of the quarter now. He's thinking about it because, again, if he gets low on ammo for Chainsaw, he's going to need to pull that trigger. But he's going to need to have the gas to do it.
There's that Arachnotron just peppering down. Unfortunately, the stomp as well. That's a lot of damage in a short space of time. Oh my days.
As if he wasn't devastating enough with the laser-mounted just headpiece. Oh, what a shame. But you know what? We're back again, and BloodThunder, I think, is ready to take this damn arena down.
I mean, this is the one, I believe.
I
feel it.
I
feel it.
I have a distinct feeling that that Pain Elemental will not last long.
I mean, it is understandable, to be fair. This is a game where it takes time to kind of optimize these arenas and figure out which ones you get. I totally agree with taking out the Baron straight away. 100%. You do not want to leave him alive at all.
Absolutely not. It's worth draining any ammo you have to not take that stomp and not take that damage.
And again, just using the chainsaw, taking out straight away, because he does a lot of damage too.
An absolute great choice.
I kind of feel like in the last life, the Arachnotron was really the one that just caught him off guard. Because the moment it appears, you're kind of ready for just some sort of smaller demon or whatever, and then the moment it spawns, it's just constantly dishing out damage, and then it jumps on you as well, which also hurts.
That ground pound that he did came out of absolutely nowhere, and I think he was still trying to deal with the laser on top before he got completely surprised by that, and that's actually cost him a little bit of time, but you know what? He's using the meat hook to his advantage. He's showing us the kind of distance you can travel and cover with that, and honestly, from Doom 2, you thought that the double barrel was the absolute perfect weapon. They did it again in 2016, but Meat Hook has taken it absolutely over the top, and it's now, again, the greatest FPS weapon of all time.
I mean, he's doing much better now. He's got the safety net of the extra life too. It really was just dealing with that Pain Elemental as fast as possible. And when he charged up that ballister shot, I mean, it's completely changed how he's going to play. Now, if he were to do this build one more time, I guarantee we'd see no deaths on this area. He just had those deaths to learn it.
But this is what I love. We're at the point now where BloodThunder knows that he's basically doing this run for style, and so he's doing more glory kills, not just for health, but just to show the wide variety and array of crazy animations that are in Doom Eternal.
And he finally gets revenge, but there is a Mancubus.
And I
just
love
eyeing him up. He's licking his lips. You can see that low HP.
Those flame cannon is not anything to play around with. You take one of those and you're in a dire situation. My God, that's fast work, though.
And the doors are open. We just have the final push. Plenty of ammo left to go. Hey, that's illegal.
Hey, why'd you do that?
Have I got a whistle that I can blow? He's trying to go back to the safety net, and I totally understand. Just get some cover.
Completely.
Perfect weapon for the job. It is only small demons left now.
That charge shot on that alt fire does absolute insane headshot damage. So he took that to his full advantage. And that, my friends, he's going out with the jump. Let's give it up for everybody here doing these Mars Core demo speedrun.
I mean, ultimately, that was just a tricky final fight.
It absolutely was.
There's a lot of new demons there. There's a lot of stuff to learn. But we do have a winner.
We do.
ByteMe, ladies and gentlemen, taking that first place. What up, mate? We've got a graphics card. A very good graphics card. I think it's actually going to get... I'm going to give you guys some space, actually, to present it.
I got to say, I've never held one of these in person, but this is a heavy boy. Like, when you're packing in your luggage, they might be like, that's not going to go, sir. You're going to have to pay for some more luggage. Where's the headset is already here. We're good. Let's come right over here.
There's production behind the scenes just making magic happen.
I'm telling you.
Before we can even see it. There you go. There's your throne. Man,
Got it.
Reactions in and out of the game. What's going on? So on top of a damn good 2016 Doom run, you just got Doom Eternal. How do you feel?
Man, I feel great. Seriously, thank you guys so much for bringing me out here. This has been a phenomenal opportunity.
It's been a good day for Doom.
Yeah.
It's been a hell of a good day.
Thank you. I'm without words right now, so forgive me.
No, it's more than me. You've had a long day, and there's been a lot of video games to get through. Just one final round of applause, please, for everyone involved in the show today. All of our speedrunners, all the guys in production behind the scenes, the id team, the Bethesda team making these goddamn games. It is fantastic stuff, and it's Quakecon is such a special event for just bringing the community together. It has been the Day of Doom, celebrating 25 years of Doom around the world, and I feel like right now we're about ready to close things out, Tokyo. Any last words you want to say?
Couple of last words, if you haven't already. The Slayers Club is just where you go if you are, if Doom is life for you, or if Doom is hobby for you, or if Doom is just something that you enjoy. Come to theslayersclub.com and you will get insane amounts of lithographs, shirts, vinyls, custom consoles. It's absolutely bananas. And oh, wait, also, exclusive stuff for Doom Eternal multiplayer. So it's just really an easy, free way to get in and get ready for November 22nd when Doom Eternal launches and all of our lives become like plus 1,000 because this is the game we've been waiting for.
It felt so long, and now it is honestly mere months away. That, unfortunately, is all we have time for. It's been one hell of a day. It's been a day full of Doom. On a very personal note, thank you all so much for being so wonderful here in the crowd or online, whether you're in London or Dallas. It's been a fantastic day, and I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in and sticking with us. This has been the Day of Doom. This has been QuakeCon 2019. My name has been Ketchup. I love you all so much for taking part, but tomorrow, the Quake Pro League is going to have its Championship Sunday. Some of the best Quake players on the planet playing for a decent chunk of change to find out who currently is the best in the world at Time Limit Duel. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.